That was working foreign policy. We project economic power abroad. Meanwhile, we fortify ourselves at home. We arm ourselves to the teeth around our borders so that we're too expensive to ever invade. We maintain a military sufficient to keep the sea lanes open, neutral places like the Arctic. We have a two-strike capacity around the world to punish bad behavior if we need to. And then we start bringing money home.
And if you can find a way to do all those things militarily and cut the budget by half,
but yeah, then this is a $500 billion budget. And by the way, that's the same budget that Eisenhower had during the height of the Cold War when we were, had an existential threat from the Soviet Union. And that's what we were also promised to cut down in 1992 when the walls came down in Europe. And, there was all kinds of convocations about the peace dividend. Where do we cut to achieve those things? How big should our military? The promise then was that we were going to cut it from $600 billion to $200 billion, and that we could do all those things. Now that'll cost us $500 billion. But, what our true military costs, although the actual Pentagon spending is about $940 billion, the truth, if you look at the national security costs and then the foreign aid costs, which is just we give money to Ukraine or Israel or wherever, and then they, under contract, have to buy our weapons. The whole cost of that is $1.3 trillion. So, we need to cut back. And my biggest savings is going to come from ending the chronic disease epidemic. But also, there's, the GAO does a study every year on the most wasteful government programs. The stuff that is just comical.